What's going on, guys? We are back at it this time in the Apex. So, you know what that means. Uncle Dana's going to put on a bunch of 10 on 10 contract worker fighters on this card.
aka
Nobody,
aka the UFC regional scene right here.
yes, sir. A bunch of LFA, bunch of Cage Warriors type people, man. They're on 10s, 12 on 12s. We'll start with the first fight of the night. Eunice Doven taking on Carly Judice. In this matchup, I'm going to have to go with the Russian fighter, man. I don't I mean I'm sorry, the Russian fighter. The Venezuelan fighter in this one, man. She's 6-0. This is her first fight in the UFC off the Contender Series, but she won her matchup in the Contender Series over Shannon Clark by knockout. Judice, on the other hand, she lost her Contender Series matchup and she still somehow found her way in the UFC and then lost her UFC debut by split decision as well. So she has no wins in the UFC level. That's pretty much my reasoning towards leaning towards Dubin.
No, that's a fact. Carly Judice winless in the UFC, but at the same time, it's not really much going on here, man. I'm gonna have to go with the Venezuelan chick. I'm surprised she's the underdog. So let's make some money right here. Why not?
Yes, sir. Throw
Moving
her
on
on
to
your
the next.
parlay. Moving on to the next one, we have Josiane Nunes taking on Priscilla Cachoeira. Priscilla's been on a losing streak, but Josiane herself has been on a two-fight losing streak. Both fighters have lost two in a row. Cachoeira has been declining for a minute now. I'm not gonna lie. Nunes was on a heater before she started losing these last two. 31 years of age versus 36. I'm gonna go with Josiane Nunes in this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. I think Cachoeira is probably the better fighter here, but she's on the older side, and she's a favorite too. I wanted to pick her, but you know me, bro. I like going, especially on the prelims, the early prelims. I like going with the younger fighters. Those are usually money. And she's fought. She lost to Cavalcanti. She lost to freaking what's her name, yo,
Chelsea
Chelsea
Chandler.
Chandler. They're both kind of vets. They both kind of suck. So I'm gonna have to go with Nunez, bro. Easy.
Yeah, man. On to the next. We have Spain's Daniel Perez taking on Brazil's Andre Lima. Andre Lima's absolutely about to style on Perez. Perez is the okay fighter. He's pretty mid. He had lost by submission to Jalel Filo. And he won his last fight against Victor Altamirano by decision. Like he's a 50-50 UFC fighter type kind of guy. Andre Lima, on the other hand, he is now 3-0 in the UFC flyweight division out, and he won his contender series matchup by unanimous decision as well. He's on an absolute heater ever since he got to the UFC. You can't not go with Andre Lima on this one. He's gonna be a decision. I don't see a finish in this matchup.
Yo, Loki might be a finish in my opinion, man. Maybe a TKO, but nonetheless, Andre Lima's definitely a better fighter. He about to style on this dude right here, 10 years younger. And he beat Felipe Dos Santos, who's a tough fighter, who I think can also beat Daniel Perez. So just off that aura alone, man, I'm gonna have to go Andre Lima. Easy money, brother, easy money.
Yeah, man. On to the next. We got an absolute barn burner. Sam Hughes taking on Stephanie Luciano. These
Yo,
two
that's a
fighters,
fourth chick fight, a third chick fight today. Come on, son.
yeah, man. They got both these chicks out
The
the
UFC
trailer
really
park
did
and
really,
said, run it.
yo, Ray, yo, come on. They don't love us hardcore fans, man. This is bullshit. But that being said, I'm gonna have to go with Stephanie Luciano winning this one, man. Just off the fact that she's a younger fighter. She coming in. She's probably not even that good, yo. Her contender series fight went to a draw. She still got the contract. So I don't even know at this point. Yeah, she's a favorite too. Sam Hughes, I think she's just a little bit older, 32 years old. Not that old, but winning one, losing one, not that consistent. She is a vet though. She definitely has more skill, more experience, but I'm gonna have to go with Luciano winning this one, man.
I'm gonna have to agree, man. I'm going with Luciano in this one. Yeah, she won her contender series matchup by draw. She didn't win her contender series matchup. It was a draw, but she still won her UFC debut. She's 25 years of age. She's young. She's prime time. She's 1 inch taller. She has a 2 inch reach advantage. The measurables are on her side, and the grappling is also on her side. Sam Hughes may have a little more power on the feet, but I think Luciano is just more technical overall. I'm going Luciano by unanimous decision. On to the next one. We have Josias Musasa taking on Carlos Vera. I'm gonna have to go with the new prospect Musasa in this one, man. He's a -625 favorite, man. They don't make you a big favorite like that for no reason. I'm going Musasa. I'm going him by knockout, man. The word on the street is, man, he's getting a lot of knockouts in the bantamweight division. Watch out for this kid, man. 8-0.
Yeah, Musasa -1,000 favorite, which is insane. And off the fact that he went to a split decision victory on the Contender Series, like, yo, what?
He's a knockout machine, and at 135, that's not common at all.
Yeah, I guess so. But then he won a split decision, so it's like, yo, the dude must have whoever he fought was pretty good too. You feel me? But that being said, man, he's 11 years younger than the
The
dude.
guy he
His
fought was
prime.
9-0.
Okay, I'm looking at his record too. I'm like, yo, he's a debuting too. Like he hasn't made his debut yet, but he's nice too. But like I said, if these guys haven't been tested, it's hard to say, man. But -1,000 favorite, like that's hard to go against, man. At this point, I'm calling a knockout victory, method of victory, KO, baby. On to the next.
Yes, sir. On to the next one. We have Su Young Yu taking on AJ Cunningham. Korea versus America in this one. I'm gonna have to go with Su Young, man. He's one of their most hyped prospect at the moment ever since Korean Zombie retired. A lot of faith in this guy from the Korean people. 29 years of age. He's on a 3-fight win streak. This is his second fight in the UFC. He won his first fight in the UFC by unanimous decision. On the other hand, we have Cunningham, who's coming off a loss to Ludwig Klein in his debut fight was
He got
against
knocked
Ludwig
out.
Klein, man.
He got
What
knocked out.
that's just horrible luck, man. Ludwig Klein is an absolute savage, killer, knockout artist. Gets to finish a lot. I'm still gonna go with Su Young Yu. I mean, it's another bad matchup. I feel like they're throwing him to another hyped up prospect, man.
Yo, at this point, all our picks better be money. At this point, all our picks better be on the point. I'm gonna have to go with Sung and you too, man. It's hard not to pick him, bro. He's -600 favorite. AJ Cunningham, yeah, he lost to Ludwig Klein. He got knocked out, but that was way back in March 2024. He took a appropriate amount of time off, took a year off. He's coming back. So I expect him to be ready. I expect him to be ready to bang. But dude just does not have that much experience in the UFC. Yeah, he's fought on the regional scene, 11-4. But yo, these international prospects, man, they come in, they're fighting for something bigger than themselves. So yeah, off that aura alone, man, I'm gonna have to go with Su Young. You winning this one, probably by decision. Whatever, whatever.
On to the next one. We have Warley Cortez Acosta taking on Ryan Superman Span in the light heavyweight division. Cortez is moving down from the heavyweight division. He won his last matchup against Robelis Desmain. I don't know. Is this fight at heavyweight actually? I'm not sure.
I think it's a light heavyweight. Oh, it is a heavyweight bout. So Ryan
Okay, so
Span's moving
Span's
up.
moving up to heavyweight. Okay, that's interesting,
Mm,
man. He's
I
gonna be
like
really
it.
fast at that weight class.
I
He's the
like it.
slight
Short him, light man
underdog.
skill. Go ahead. I don't want to talk over you. Go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah, he's the slight underdog, but man, Acosta, he throws heavy leg kicks, man. He throws a lot of power. Ryan Span's shown he's been chinny, but every skill advantage is on Ryan Span's side. I mean, he's a better striker, better grappler, better wrestler, better all that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
in the
No.
heavyweight division, skills don't pay bills. The chin and the power does, man. For that reason, I'm going with Cortez Acosta. I think he gets it done by knockout.
Hey, we're finally gonna disagree on the pick. I like Ryan Spann in this one, man. Lighter man skill, they come up, they're more technical, they're faster, they're just better overall in the skill set department. But like you said, the power is gonna make all the difference. If he just touches Ryan Spann one time, it's gonna be over. But I just feel he's gonna be too slow for Ryan Spann. He's moving up. He's fought way better comp. So I'm gonna have to go with Ryan Spann winning this one. He's the underdog too, so I like the money on this one. Not that I'm a betting man, Ramadan Mubarak, but I'm gonna have to go with Ryan Spann, man. I think he should style on the dude right here.
Kevin Vallejos taking on Seung Woo Choi. Seung Woo Choi finally coming back after, let's see here. How long was it? His last matchup was 7 months ago, and he lost by knockout to Steve Garcia. But Steve Garcia been knocking out everyone lately in his last couple of fights.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Vallejos, on the other hand, man, this is a UFC debut, fresh off the Contender Series, fighting a vet like Seung Woo Choi, who's been in the UFC for a minute, but he hasn't been winning lately. Seung Woo Choi is 1-4 in his last five. I'm going with the new guy, man. He's gonna win his debut against the guy that's
Yep.
about to get cut.
Yep. Line them up, man. Line them up. Sometimes the UFC just lines these dudes up for the new prospect to come and make a bang, make a good impression on their debut. So that's what I see happening here. Kevin Vallejo probably wins this by a knockout. Seung Woo Choi has just been very inconsistent, fighting once a year. He's fought in once in 24, once in 23. Now he's gonna fight once in 25. You know what I'm saying? Probably get finished. It's sad to see, but it is what it is. That's the name of the game. Kevin Vallejo. I think he probably wins this one by knockout.
Yeah, man. We're in agreement. On to the next one. We have Ziar Norgoje taking on
Pick him,
Brenson
pick him.
Ribeiro.
Just off that
We,
name alone, pick him.
yeah, we got another undefeated Kazakhstan fighter. I'm going with him, man, straight up. That's the only reason I'm going with him. Is he wins almost all his fights by knockout. So yeah, man, I think I'm gonna go Nurmagomedov by knockout.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to sleep on Bredson Ribeiro. He's who did he beat last time? Let me look at this. Kyle Machado. Yeah. I'm gonna have to go with the Tajiki. Is it Tajik or Kazakh?
Kazakh.
I'm gonna have to go with Shavkat and his boys right here winning this one, man. These Kazakhs come in, they're tough, man. Even though they're debuts, they have a lot of experience. They fight on the regional scene internationally in UAE in Dubai. He fought an Eagle Fighting Championship. Yeah, bro, he's fought a bunch of Sambo dudes. Yeah, he's gonna come style on him. I'm calling a finish, by whatever way he wants. Honestly, let me see. Let me give you a good prediction. Honestly, damn, Roberto, it's probably another lineup fight. Yeah, TK. I'm calling a TKO finish, man. You feel me? That's why I like. Yeah, I'm calling a TKO finish.
We're in agreement even on the method of victory as well. On to the next one. We got Damon Blackshare taking on Cody Gibson, man. I know a lot of people have, slept. They gave up on Damon. He came into the UFC, he was hyped up. He took those two losses to Batista and Montel. But man, I still mess with Damon Blackshare, man. I think this kid is the truth. I think he's about to style on Cody Gibson. And I got Damon Blackshare by unanimous decision. Easy victory.
Yo, Cody Gibson is a dog, though. That's why I don't wanna sleep on him. Extreme Couture, he's gonna come in right.
38 years old at bantamweight. It's cooked, dude.
That's what I'm looking at too. But he does have the experience, man. You can't always on the early prelims. Yeah, you could go by the age difference, but on the once we move up the card, man, the skill set matters. I mean, that plays a huge part. But Cody Gibson's, I think he's on a 2 fight win streak, bro.
Bro, he lost to Brad Katona, man. Brad Katona be losing to everybody in the UFC.
But Brad Katona's tough though, bro. Don't get me
He's a
wrong.
good fighter, man. He
He
just
lost to
don't
Miles
got that.
Johns. He lost to Miles Johns, which was then he beat Brian Kelleher, which is again
Kelleher's done though.
yeah. And
He's
then he
not that
beat
good
who
anymore.
was Chad N. Helliger. I remember this fight. I remember this fight. Yeah, Cody style on him, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I think I
But
had N.
Chad's
Helliger
no
win
good
that fight.
either, man. He's
Yeah, I
fighting
know. I mean,
nobodies.
hindsight is 2020. But I think I picked him in that fight. I don't want to sleep on Cody Gibson again, but I'm gonna have to, man. 37 years old and bantamweight, bro. That's the kiss of death right there. So I'm gonna have to go with Damon Blackshear. I think he's gonna come back, get on a 2 fight win streak. He's coming off the victory over Cody Stamen. Yeah, I like this one for him. I think he wins this one. And on to the next.
Yeah, man. We have Alexander the Great Hernandez taking on Kurt Hollabaugh. Hollabaw's coming in. He is 2-1 in the UFC. He won his UFC debut against Austin Hubbard by submission, lost to Trey Ogden by unanimous decision. Then he beat Kanyan Krzyzewski by unanimous decision in his last fight. Hernandez, on the other hand, man, it has been looking too good for him. He lost to Billy Q by KO. Then he beat Jim Miller. Then he lost to Bill Algeo. Then he lost to Damon Jackson, who Ilya Taporia absolutely
Slept.
obliterated him, man. And then Austin Hubbard, he beat him by split decision. Alexander Hernandez, man, he came in talking a hot game in the UFC early on. He was talking crazy to Cowboy. You know what I mean? He Alexander Hernandez made a lot of noise in his debut. He knocked out Benil Dariush in his debut. Huge upset win for Alexander Hernandez. But ever since he hasn't been able to recapture that moment ever since he's been in the UFC. He's been very mid outside of his debut, in my opinion. But I'm still gonna go with Alexander Hernandez in this matchup. I think he's just a little more technical, and he got a lot of dog in him. Hernandez definitely got some dog in him. He's a mean guy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's because Alexander Hernandez is built like a brick house, man. He's like another Michael Chandler, from Timu. But that being said, man, I like Kurt Holobaugh in this fight, bro. I know he's 38 years old, but this is lightweight. Lightweight takes a lot of skill to be in this division. 22 victories. I just think Alexander Hernandez just don't got that chin no more. He's been knocked out 3 times. He's been very inconsistent with his fights. Yeah, he fought back in. Yeah, he beat Austin Hubbard by a split decision. His last two victories have been His last two fights have gone to split decision. So yeah, he's putting up good fights, but he's just not there, man, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to go with I don't normally do this, but I'm gonna have to go with a 38-year-old lightweight in this one, man. I could see him winning this one by a submission, bro. Kurt Holloway, I like him in this fight. He's a live dog.
Tripping. It's all good though. On to the
It is what it is.
co-main. We got Zaleski dos Santos taking on Chidi and Njokuani. And Njokuani, ever since he moved down from middleweight to the welterweight division, he's on a two-fight win streak. He beat Reese McKee by split decision. He beat Jared Gooden by unanimous decision. Zaleski, on the other hand, man, he's been to UFC for like a decade at this point, man. He has wins over strikers like Muslim Salikhov. He has a knockout victory over Sean Strickland. I mean, he's one of the best unranked fighters in the game. He always has been for a long time. He's an unranked killer, man. He fights a
Straight
lot
up,
and he beats pretty much everyone he fights that doesn't have a number next to his name. You know what I mean?
bro. The
I'm going with
Nurmagomedov.
Zaleski.
Go
Yeah,
ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
I'm going with Zaleski, man. He
Yeah,
doesn't lose to non-ranked fighters.
yeah. Now Zaleski is the probably if there was a championship for being a gatekeeper, bro, they would give it to
He
Zaleski dos
beat up
Santos,
Benoit
bro.
Saint Denis too. Like he has crazy
Bro,
wins.
he has crazy fights, bro. He fought Randy Brown, Renat Fakhretdinov, Abu Bakr Nurmagomedov. Like,
Fights
bro,
everybody. Muslim Salih Khan,
Benoit Saint Denis. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sean Strickland. He fights
bruh.
everybody.
And he's coming off a knockout victory. Like, bruh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Zaleski dos Santos. I'm not even looking at the other dude. No, I like Chidi Njokuani. I ain't gonna lie. Chidi Njokuani, he's an exciting
Cheaty's
fighter.
been looking good at welterweight, man. He could definitely win this fight by upset, but Zaleski, man, he's a winner, man. He's shown time
Yeah,
in, time out. When you fight somebody that's not in the top 15 position, Zaleski's too much for them, man.
yeah. Honestly, in my opinion, bro, that's probably the best dude that he's fighting. Chidi Njokuani. This is probably his toughest matchup coming up. Yeah, he
Oh, for
fought
sure.
Jared
This is
Gooden.
definitely the best fighter he's ever
Yeah,
fought.
he's not winning this one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, brother. But it's
Yeah.
the name of the game. It is what it is.
And man, on to the main event. We have a rematch. Marvin Blockhead Vettori taking on the Georgian beast himself, Roman Dolidze. I mean, the first fight, it was close. I felt like Roman did enough, but they gave it to Marvin by split decision. In this fight, it's 5 rounds. I do feel like Marvin Vettori is going to edge out a decision in this one. I'm not going to lie to you. He has more cardio. He has a better chin. He's more durable. For 5 round fights, Marvin Vettori is a problem. In 3 rounds, you could get him. He starts a little slow and he needs you to tire out before he can implement his skills because his skills aren't that high. But once you get tired, he really puts that pressure on you. You know what I'm saying? In a 5 round fight, I'm going to go Vettori unanimous decision. I think he has the edge. I think he has the slight edge in the technical striking. Slight edge. And he just has a much better chin. He's going to be able to wear the damage better. And in the grappling, obviously, I feel like the jiu-jitsu, Marvin Vettori got that, but the wrestling, Dolidze got that. It's a close 50-50 fight. I'm going to go with Marvin Vettori, man. Just a lot of experience. They both are, on skids in their last 5, so that doesn't come into play. I'm going Marvin Vettori by unanimous decision.
Yo, it's crazy you brought up the jujitsu because not many dudes know about Marvin Vittori's jujitsu, bro. Dude has
It's
nine
good, man.
nine submissions on his record, bro.
Yeah,
That's
man, it's
unheard
really
of.
good. That's what he's in. He's a jujitsu fighter. He just doesn't want
Yeah,
to admit it.
yeah. Nah, bro, nah, and he doesn't fight like it either. You know what I'm saying? He's a blockhead. He just comes straight forward and he just takes
He's a
damage.
dummy, man. He's a dummy, but he should use that skill. It's his best
But
skill.
on my prediction, bro, I'm gonna have to disagree with you, bro. I'm gonna have to disagree with you. Marvin Vettori, bro, he hasn't fought since 2023 in June. Since the summer of 2023, he hasn't fought. He's coming back in 2025. Took about a year, maybe more than a year and a half, more than
Jared
that.
Cannonier beat the piss out of him, man. He needed to take that time off. Almost killed that man on live TV.
Yeah, but Roman Dolidze has been on fire, bro. My shout out to my guy, what's his name? Renato Moicano,
He
your
he
homie,
got
homie
easy fights
Dolidze.
though. He got easy fights. He got Anthony Smith who can't beat anybody anymore, and he got Kevin Holland
Mm.
who can't beat
Listen,
anybody.
listen, listen, listen. Like you said, but the last time they fought, you felt like Dolidze did enough to win, and they gave that unanimous decision to Vettori. And back then, Vettori was an active fighter. He's no longer that active fighter anymore, unfortunately. And he's been taking time off, and Dolidze has been active. I'm just gonna have to go with the more active guy. Yeah, he's been. It doesn't matter who's been fighting. He's been more active.
Marvin's
He's been in there.
31, man. I feel like he's gonna come back. He took some time off. He's gonna show
He is the
improvements in
favorite.
his game.
He is the favorite, which is fine. But I'm gonna have to go with Dolidze, man. I just think he's been more active. He's been improving. And that wrestling, bro, wrestling always topples jujitsu, man. Like you
Uh,
said, man, position over submission. So I'm gonna have to go with Dolidze. I think he's gonna be. They both fight in the same gym. They both from Extreme Couture. Like they know each other
no, no,
very
no.
well.
Marvin's at King's MMA with Cordero, Rafael Cordero.
All right, well then ESPN needs to update that shit.
He might have changed gyms though. I don't know
No, they
because
weren't fighting together. I think after that last fight, when they got that beef and Dolidze was like, "What the hell?" He felt some type of way. I think that's when they probably separated gyms. But I don't think those gyms are far from each other either. They're both in California. They both not, I think what's his name fights in King's MMA. Who's the champion, man? The bantamweight champion, Marab. He trains out of there. That being said, man, I like Dolidze in this one. He's just been more active. Yeah, he's a little bit older, but it's not always about the older and younger fighter,
don't
man. He's just
sleep
been
on
more active,
Marvin,
more
man.
skilled.
Don't sleep. I feel like this is about to be the best Marvin we see. He was a baby when he was fighting for titles in the middleweight division. You know what I mean? He was
Hey
only
man,
like
listen, I made the
26
same
years old.
mistake last week. I made the same mistake last week picking Fiziev coming off a 2-year layoff and just expecting him to beat Gagey.
Yeah,
I'm
but that
not
was
making that
short
same
notice,
mistake this
man.
time.
Marvin had a full camp. He's ready, locked in.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Nah, I still got Dolidze, man. I got Dolidze. You're not gonna convince me, bro. You're not gonna convince me. I got this guy, yo. That's my guy right here. Holman Dolidze. Shout out to Renato Moicano.
It's all good. It's all good, man.
You know what
Dolidze,
I'm
man. I
saying?
have
At
a
the end of
feeling
the
he's
day,
gonna
bro,
gas
we gotta
out.
make we gotta make this card exciting because it's a boring Apex card. It's basically UFC regional matchups right here. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, man. And that's our picks for the night, and that's Full Guard MMA. And we out of here.
Peace.